Welcome. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, 2020. It's my 12th day of Gong practice. Every day trying to get some Gong in. Want to be better at playing the Gong. So every day I practice, and recording it makes sure it holds me accountable, I guess. I said I'll do it, so now I gotta do it. And some days you get busy with other stuff and distracted, and then you're like, man, you got to get your practice in. So I got to get it in. I want to get it in now. And I had intended on getting up early this morning and getting it done first thing in the morning, and then I decided to go back to sleep. So maybe tomorrow. Every day is, you just do what you can and accept what you can accept. I mean, accept everything that there is to accept, because things that have happened, you can't change it, and there's really doesn't do any good to dwell on things. As you dwell on stuff, it takes you out of the present moment, and it's a distraction. Certain things happen, and they happen, and you need to accept it and move on. I mean, if you can learn from those, I mean, maybe think about it and learn. But if it's in a complete state of confusion and it just can't make any sense out of it, right? Then just let it go. Just let it go. And that's what I'm doing today, is I'm just letting things go. And so I'm going to just play this gong with the free flow of, just let it go, breathe. Just breathe and let whatever's no longer serving you go. Just be free of it. Whatever it may be. Gone. That's what I'm playing for today, is freedom. Bringing myself back into myself by releasing the thoughts that have been plaguing me for a couple days. And I know I shouldn't let them plague me, but part of me still questions. And so now I'm gonna have to let them go. I'm gonna play this, and after my 30 minutes of playing, or maybe longer, I don't know, I might play even longer. I might just get into the flow and just go. So we'll see. I'll wake you up when it's done, if you're still here or not. Whatever, still my practice. It's for me. This is for me and the world and anybody that's listening to it. And I feel that if you're watching this and you happen to listen to it, it's because you should be listening to it, perhaps. It's just the way the universe works. Things happen as they should. They'll happen in the time that they're supposed to. You can't rush anything. You can't force anything. You can only accept. And that's something I need to remind myself, like I started this whole thing out with, is acceptance. I just need to accept it and move on. Let these tormented thoughts leave my mind and find myself again centered, calm, peaceful, smile on my face. Man, it does really feel good. It does feel really good to smile. Always smiling. All right, so we'll do, you can do as well if you're joining along, however. 3 deep breaths into the nose, out through the mouth. And then we'll do some little breathing technique that I like to do. And then get into the sound journey or gong practice. Maybe it's a journey into sound if you go on that journey. But it's just my practice. Just play with a piece of metal, make some tones happen. But if you're going to happen to listen to it, I recommend laying down, eyes closed, noise canceling headphones. Make sure your cell phone's turned off. Make sure you're not going to be distracted, alarms, anything like that, kids, whoever, whatever. Shut yourself off from the world and let this time just be for you. And you can be awake. You can totally be awake and walk around your house and listen to it as well. That's fine. But just don't drive a car. You might zone out. Wouldn't want anything to happen to anybody. So I like to be present, eyes closed, and I actually go back when I listen to these after I'm done. I'll lay down and just listen to see how they sound, and sometimes they sound better than other times, or they move me in a little different way. I guess I shouldn't say better than, it's just different. I mean, better if the audio comes out right, there's not any extra static, and I don't know, I'm just using the devices I have, and maybe in time I'll get better equipment to capture the sound even better, but for right now, it's what I have, and it's really just me practicing. And so if people listen to it, awesome. If not, whatever. So breathing techniques, and this is what I like to do. Deep inhale through the nose, and then we'll do an open mouth exhale. Do that 3 times. It's going to help just bring ourselves to ourselves and center. Just help us be us, right? And just feel the breath. So in through the nose. Again. Last time. Man, it feels good to breathe. It really does. You just take a moment to breathe. Stressing out in life or whatever, just take a breath. 3 deep breaths. Feels so much better just doing that. I should take my own advice more often. Anyway, the other breathing technique I like to get into is I like to inhale through the nose. Imagine my breath going to the top of my head and then down my spine and then filling my belly and then fill my chest. And I pause for a moment. And then when I exhale, I force the air down my chest, down my belly, and I flex my abs. And then I do that to have a good connection to really feel the breath. And then force the air out of down the rest of my spine, tailbone, feet, legs, or legs first, then feet. So the nice connection of the breath. So in through the nose, top of the head, feeling the belly, feeling the chest. Pause. Exhale through the nose, tightening your abs, forcing the air down your spine, tailbone, legs, and feet. Again, inhale through the nose. Top of the head, down the spine, filling the belly, filling the chest, and pause for a moment. Exhale, forcing the air out, tightening your abs, feeling the connection. The air goes down your spine, tailbone, legs, and feet. Just keep that breath going. Feel connected to your body, to your breath. And as you listen, just listen to the sounds. If you have any thoughts come up, acknowledge them and let them go. Just listen to the sound, listen to me practice, because that's what I'm practicing for today. I'm playing just to let it all go. Just let it go. Oops, scratched. So, lie back, breathe. Sound's gonna begin in a moment. Thank you. Slowly bring your intention back to your physical self. Taking a nice deep breath. Become aware of your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles, stretching your arms overhead in your own time. Knees to your chest, or happy baby, or whatever you feel is appropriate to come back to this reality. For me, I really enjoyed it. I did have the intention of just letting it go, and that's what I was playing, is just started playing, and I feel really good, and my mind's more clear than it was prior to me playing. Every day's a practice. Everything we do is a practice, and you just have to practice to get better. You put the time in, and you'll get the fruits of your labor. Is that the saying? I don't know. Whatever it may be, doesn't matter. Anyway, that's practice. That's the Gong. I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe or watch other videos if you like. Tell people about it or not. I mean, again, I'm really just practicing to practice to be better at playing the gong. And so I do like to just get in the practice, also being mindful, keeping the 5 principles of Reiki constantly in my daily thoughts. And those 5 principles of Reiki seem to help me a lot if you just break them down and listen to these 5 little things. Just for today I will not anger. Just for today I will not worry. Just for today I'll be grateful. Just for today I'll be kind to others. And just for today I'll focus on my work. It makes me laugh, smile, however, both, when I think about that, because it is that simple. It's just for a day. I don't need to worry about things. All I have is today. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. There are no guarantees in life. Well, like I said before, if you watch that video, death is a guarantee. We're all going to die. Every one of us, every person you know. And it might be like, well, it's crazy to talk about, but it's reality. So the sooner you understand that, the sooner you can start living. That's the thing Dr. Wayne Dyer had said, change your thoughts, change your life. But PBS special was like, you have to learn to die before you really start to live. And what's meant by that is the attachment to the physical world, to the materialistic world. You realize none of this matters. All our surroundings are, everything around us doesn't matter. We can't take it with us when we die. It's not going to go with us. It's just stuff. And as long as you're attached to that stuff, and then you're attached to this body, you're stuck. And you're not really living. You're going day to day. You're not living freely. To freely live is understanding that everything around us is temporary. These bodies that we're in, they're completely temporary. They're a vessel. Inside of us, I believe, is an infinite ball of energy that powers us I think it's the, shoot, I don't want to mess it up. It's some law. First law of something. Energy can't be created or destroyed. That's a thing. And if that's true, thermodynamics? First law of thermodynamics? Either way, energy can't be created or destroyed. So if that holds true, then what's inside our body, what powers us, has to go somewhere when these bodies give out. And if it does go somewhere, where does it go? I don't know. Nobody knows. That's the trick of it. Not a person knows anything really. Like, we all don't know anything. We think we know stuff, but we just make it up as we go. That's our lives. If when you break it all down, it's all belief systems, and it's so freeing to realize how free we really are. But the infinite energy inside of us, it's forever. And as it is forever, then this current time here is an experience. It's simply an experience. All it is. It's just an experience, no different than a dream. But this is a waking dream where you can do things. You can change who you are. That's all you can do, is work on yourself. And I believe that every day, if I work on becoming better, if I work on little things to be better, and maybe listening better, or understanding better, or a little more patience, better at playing the gong, better at stretching, just little things, little things. Floss my teeth more often, water pick, Sonicare toothbrush, take care of my chompers. However, the whole thing is little things make you better. And if every day you improve yourself, then every day you're waking up in a better place than you were the day before. And as you work on yourself, then people around you will start working on themselves, and you'll notice changes in other people. And it's quite possible you notice these changes because we're all shifting. We're constantly shifting into a better timeline. When we improve ourselves, it's quite possible we wake up in a completely different timeline. Slightly, things are different. But we don't notice all the differences, just slight differences. So I think if I focus on love, and I focus on compassion, and being kind and helpful and generous, and doing what I can do, if I just put others before myself, then when this body gives out, going somewhere better. That's at least what I hope. I mean, I don't know. It could be lights out, though. That's the whole thing. What if it's lights out? Then it is. But I'll know that this life I went through doing better than worse. I helped more than harmed. And the gong is something that's helped me come to some of these realizations, is just bringing myself back into who I am, recentering myself to be back in alignment with my true self, who I was when I was a child, before I got, derailed from different influences of society. And you drift off here and there, but I feel that I found back to where I'm at, to my happiness, to my smiling every day, to laughing. Like, my life is so good. Anyway, thanks again for watching. The 5 principles of Reiki, they help me. Gong helps me. I have crystals all around me right now because I channeled some Reiki prior to playing, just to put some little more in there. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you did, check out the next one, or check out the other ones, or tell other people about it if you want, because I think the sound can help other people. Thank you very much for being here. If you're here, I don't know. Thank you. Thanks again. So until next time, just take a deep breath. And just love more. It's really that simple. All right, later.